profitability, the art of actually making money in trading. In the long run, trading is an art form, and in just like any other art form, it takes practice. If you start with bad habits, you will struggle longer to become profitable. Just like biting nails, and over time, it becomes harder to stop because you're doing the same thing over and over. In trading, if you start with good habits from the very beginning, this will make a big impact on your time to profitability. With that being said, here are my top 5 habits you need to break and how to fix them. Habit number 1, you're switching your strategies too much. And I'm guilty of this too. You go on YouTube and you find out that somebody is trading with supply and demand. You learn that it's working out for them and you decide, I'm going to test it. You hop on this strategy and you back test it for 2-3 months and you end up actually finding a good trading strategy. Now you have one bad week with it because of the market or something, and now you decide you're going to switch to a different strategy. You end up being on a great streak, the strategy is working, and you end up calling it quits because you had one bad week. Trading is not linear. Trading is not always going to work out. Trading is never 100%. You will never find a strategy that works every single time. So stick to one strategy. Habit number 2 is your nighttime routine. You need to be sleeping on time, and this is something that's going to carry on to your personal life, and this is something that's actually going to affect you in trading. If you're sleeping at 2-3 a.m. and you're waking up at 8 a.m., that's about 5 hours of sleep. Now that gives you 5 hours to perform at your highest capacity. Remember that you're trading against hedge funds. You're trading with people that have more money than you, people that are more smart than you. If you are not getting the amount of sleep that you need, what makes you think that you're going to be better than them? And what makes you think that they don't have an upper edge on you? Sleep on time and save yourself. You don't need to be on screen for 8 hours to trade, but the short time that you are on the screen, you need to give it your 110%. Trade mistake number 3, you're not figuring out who you are. And what I mean by this is that if you're a very impatient person throughout the day and you decide that you want to sit in front of a screen for hours and you aren't used to it, it will cause you to take bored trades, meaning that there will be no setup, but you will take the trade because your brain wants something to happen. It's been staring at the screen for hours, and here's how I fix that. Now, what has worked for me is I went from waking up at 7:30 in the morning to waking up at 8:45. This meant that I had 2 hours in front of the screen where I would sit and do nothing. As soon as market opened at 9:30, I would sit there and I would take a trade even though there was no trade. So the way I combated this is I started waking up at 8:45. In the first 2-3 weeks, I already started seeing I wasn't losing as much money. I wasn't taking board trades, because what would happen is in those 2 hours that I'm staying there, yes, I think I'm being productive and I'm waking up, but what actually is happening is my mind is bored. So whenever the market opens, I'm actually taking trades that I shouldn't have taken. With just that little change, I ended up starting to make some profit. I actually started holding up against myself. Trade mistake number 4 is that you are addicted to being on charts. And as stupid as this sounds, what I mean by that is that you are charting every single day, you're on charts every single day, and you're actually staying on charts from 9:30 to 4 o'clock. There's no reason for you to be trading for that whole entire time. A lot of people say that yes, it's going to give you opportunity, but what else is that going to do? Too much opportunity in a market where you can make a ton of money very short amount of time, what that's going to do is it's going to start taking away your profits. That dopamine rush is eventually going to catch up to you. So the way I counter this is usually my trading time goes from 9:30 up until 11:30. Once 11:30 hits, if I'm not in a trade, I am out. I am done for the day. I'm cash whether I take the trade or not. Usually I'll come back around 2 o'clock and I'll check the market for any swings. If I don't see anything, I will not take any trades, and that is it. The other thing I've noticed is that whenever you're on charts for hours and hours and hours, you end up FOMOing, meaning that you might have taken a trade at 10 o'clock on Tesla. You end up holding that trade. Let's say that you held it to 20%. Now, if you come back end of day and you check that and you see it ran another 20%, this is going to create FOMO. Let's say that you take another trade the next day. That FOMO is going to come into that trade. And even if you're losing on this trade, you're going to end up holding it because of the FOMO from the day before. It's all about psychology, and you need to control your emotion. And finally, trading mistake number 5 is that you're trading every single day. This is probably one of the biggest reasons a lot of you aren't profitable. You're trading Monday through Friday, forcing setups, giving back profits. Trading is not linear. You're not going to find setups every single day, and you shouldn't be taking setups every single day. Whenever there's not a A+ setup, there's no reason for you to take trades. Now, if you do follow these 5 trading mistakes / habits and you actually fix them, you should be on a great path to success. Wish you the best in trading, and I'll see you on the road to profitability.